Well, today I figured I'd just be kind of bummy because I'm just lounging around the house, and I already went shopping this morning and bought some things for our apartment. Yeah, so, yeah, like the effect. I don't know, just figured I'd play around with some of the effects. Anyway, I'm such a dork. Wonder what this one does. Oh, that's neat. Anyway, I'm trying to turn it off, but I can't. Hmm. Okay, so hopefully that'll be off. Anyway, that's about it. So, yeah. Um, Basically I went shopping. Nothing really major. New vacuum, some lamps. I'll show you one. Oh, let me see. Let me grab it real quick. I'll bring it over. Oh, good lord. Alrighty, see this nifty lamp? I think it's pretty cute. I got two of them for my end stands, which you saw last video. Yeah, so basically, I don't know. I mean, there's not much else I can say about that. Well, I had some things I wanted to vent about, and I don't know. You guys can give me your opinions. Apparently, I lost a few more pounds. I'm worried about telling some people about it, especially my doctor. I wasn't supposed to drop under 145 after my surgery, and apparently well, last week I was 132, which was way under, and she hasn't seen me since I was 147, which was like 2 months ago. Yeah, so I've dropped some more weight. I'm not able to hold down food properly. Yeah, so it really sucks. I say a lot, sorry. And well, I'm 129 as of today. Even though I got this loose skin that I can't get rid of yet. I have to tighten up my neck a couple thin too. I don't know. I mean, I just feel kind of miserable today. Not miserable like moody wise miserable, but miserable as in I don't feel good. So I figured I'd wear one of my bummy shirts, and I don't know, if someone's got something to say about how I look. Oh well, I look like crap anyway most of the time, so I've never thought of myself as being very attractive anyway, so I don't do this for, you know, attraction wise for people to like me as far as that goes. Um, I basically do this because it's a way for me to vent and get things off my chest, and also maybe meet some new friends. If anybody watches it, that is. I don't know. I'm a cop. No. Anyway. I don't know what this does. Oh, that's cool. And then there's this one. And then there's this one. Yeah, so I'm a huge dork. Yeah, it's camo. I don't know what this one does. Let's see. I don't know, it's not working. There we go. It's a watermelon beanie. I don't know. I was gonna do the screen mask one, but I couldn't get it to upload properly. So yeah, and I guess like this graphic here. Anyway, turn it off. Yeah, basically like that graphic there. I kind of am at war with myself right now. You ever had some family members that basically, well, don't get along? Most of my family is like that, especially when they drink. They try to get together and then they drink. Well, I'm usually the one who have to referee that crap, which I am not physically able to do anymore. And, well, it's depressing because I was invited to my sister's wedding, which is Christmas Eve, and I basically told my mother that, I really didn't want to go because of my fiance isn't supposed to be around drinking, and neither am I really, and I can't exactly handle the stress right anymore with the health problems I have. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried about the fact that I can't go. Oh, stop already. It's not stopping. I can't get the stop. That's weird too. Anyway, I don't know how to get the stop. Oh, I think it wears off on its own. So yeah, I'm just playing with the graphics. Sorry, if it annoys you. Yeah, and like I said, I say a lot, but I don't know. So I basically told her, and I'll pull up the comment I sent her yesterday on Facebook when we were talking. It was, let's see, I'll pull it up here. It said, well, I can read you the conversation. She asked me, uh, she was laughing at something I said, and then she goes, "You're still coming down the 24th, right? You guys need to get an air mattress because they basically have no bed for us to sleep on. If we come down, me and my fiance." I said, "We can't. You are all drinking. John can't be around it." And I was saying how I reposted some pictures and stuff. "That's bullshit. Your sister's getting married that day. Yes, and you knew he couldn't be around drinking. I'm not going to expose him to that, especially when you all fight when you get together and drink. Then he can stay home. I'm not leaving him home on Christmas. I'm not leaving him alone on Christmas," I said, sorry. And I'll skip to the end. I won't read you the whole thing because it's pretty long. But it ended where she goes, "Whatever, don't come down. I don't care either way," which was her way of saying basically go fuck yourself. I wasn't supposed to say that on YouTube. Oh well. If they, bleep me, delete the video, I'm sorry. And I said, "I would like to come, but you you all can't resist the alcohol." Sorry, I stuttered. Is drinking really that important? I didn't know Christmas was about getting drunk and slugging it out with your family in the streets and getting arrested. Yeah, that's my idea of Christmas tradition. And that's what I said to her. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. She didn't say anything after that, and it was kind of left like that. Oh, sorry. You don't want to see my socks. So, I don't know. I'm really upset about it because I don't know what else to say. And, it'd be nice to be around family because I haven't really been around my family in 2 years. Well, over that now, about 2.5. And I saw them briefly for maybe about 20 minutes a couple weeks ago, and it brought back, the memories of the good times, which there weren't that many, but, there are some good times, even though life was pretty shitty for me. Growing up. Yes, I swear like a trucker. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, really. It's upsetting. I mean, I don't know what I can do about it. And, oh, here's that thing that I downloaded. It just installed itself. Here we go. Come on, work. I don't think it's gonna work. I think it's busted. I think I screwed it up. Okay, there we go. Ah! No. Anyway, enough of that. Basically, it's kind of worrying with myself because I'd really like to see my family and my nieces and my nephews. And there's a nephew of mine that my sister's son I have never even met because she had him after she moved to Louisiana after I moved up here. Yeah, so I really wanted to, meet him for the first time. He's a baby, and I miss my other nieces, and I miss, my brother's daughters and his son, and, but they can't get along. They have never gotten together when they were drinking and not fought. And usually the cops are called, and usually I have to step in and break it up. And before I used to break it up, my grandmother did. And, that I think that was the downfall of, a lot of her health problems because it made them worse. To use a big word, it exacerbated them. No, don't confuse that word with masturbate, you perverts. Anyway, all seriousness, I don't know what else to say. It hurts because I'd like at first they agreed not to drink if I came down, and then all of a sudden my sister decided she's going to get married on Christmas Eve because I was invited. We were both invited down for Christmas Eve a couple months back to come for Christmas Eve, and I said yeah, and then with the condition that they didn't drink, and she said no, there'll be no drinking, blah blah blah. I get a call a week later. My sister decides to get married on Christmas Eve, and I knew instantly they would be drinking. And I said, "Is there going to be drinking?" And she said, "Well, of course, it's a wedding, and people party at the reception, blah blah blah." And whoopty shit, I don't understand why everybody has to drink just to have a good time. I mean, it's not just John that I'm upset about, why I don't want to be around the drinking. It's me. I mean, the last time I was really around people who were drinking, you know, I was assaulted in, well, I'll say something personal. I was assaulted by four guys outside of a nightclub. I mentioned this in one of my other videos, but something else happened. Um, I was actually, I really don't want to talk about it. I don't know. Well, let's just say some things happened that I'm not, I'm very still getting over. And, I tell most people if, I talk to them one on one, but I'm not going to post it out there for the world. Um, I don't know. Basically, uh, it's, one of those things that you just don't talk about, I guess, that much. And I'm still dealing with it in counseling and with my psychiatrist. Yeah, I'm psycho D, so, yeah. Um, and I have serious anxiety issues because of it. And, I can't drink because of my medications anyway, between the psych meds and the regular medications for all the other problems I have. I can't drink. And, I really don't want to anyway. I mean, I quit drinking pretty much back then. I mean, I think I've drank maybe 4 times since that point, and one of those was New Year's last year, drinking a glass of cold duck. Uh, yeah, it's a nasty, disgusting type of wine drink, and it's really disgusting. I don't recommend it, but it was my grandmother's thing, and I was doing it to kind of remind myself of her because that's what she would do every New Year's um, Eve. To bring in the New Year, she would have a glass of cold duck. And she wasn't a drinker, really. She was in her younger days, I guess, from what I've heard, but she wasn't when she was raising me. And, that was the only time she had anything to drink, and I really miss her. I mean, she raised me till I was 17, and she died on New Year's Eve morning. And then what's funny is, I'm still living in the house. Obviously, I didn't obviously move instantly. And my Aunt Dawn was living with me too at that point, me and my grandmother, when my grandmother died. And people came over and just started picking through her stuff and deciding what they were going to take that night, New Year's Eve night. The woman hadn't even been dead 24 hours, and they were already fighting over who was getting what. And there was a huge fist fight, and, cops got called, and it just was a mess. And I don't think I can go through these fights with my family. And every single time since then that they've had alcohol and they've drank, they fight, and someone gets arrested most of the time. And number one, now I have the money to bail anybody out. I'm pretty much poor now because I'm out of work and on disability, which, yes, I'm one of those 47% who doesn't work and is lazy, supposedly. I'm not lazy. I actually would love to go back to work. I used to work in marketing, and it was a really good job, and I miss it. And I'm trying to find something I can do from home, but I haven't really found anything yet. It's kind of hard to find something that you can do from home. I'm not going to stuff stupid envelopes. That's retarded. I want to do something that I'm good at, that I'm a good writer, but I obviously am not. I don't have a degree in writing. I have a degree in administration, so hospital administration if you want to be technical, but administration nonetheless. And I don't know why I'm even saying all this, but I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. I'm debating on it. And I'm rambling. I don't even know how long this video. It's 15 minutes. I should probably stop it now, but I'll see if they let me post it. My last one was a little bit over. It was like 16 minutes, so I think they're when I let them call my phone, well, text my phone, and yeah, well, my fiance's cell phone because I bought it for him, but the same thing. Because I don't actually have a cell phone. He does because I bought one for him. So yeah. Oh, by the way, on cell phones, on another subject, I highly recommend Straight Talk through Walmart. It's the cheapest cell phone company around where you get unlimited minutes and unlimited texting and unlimited data. Okay, you just buy the phone yourself, whatever phone you want, whether it's a smartphone or whatever. They have tons of smartphones and they're decently priced. And then the card every month you put on is $45 and it's unlimited. And if it's not a smartphone you get, if you get a different phone that's not a smartphone, it's one of the regular phones, you can actually get the $30 plan, which is 1,000 minutes and 1,000 texts. And you basically use some of your minutes to do the data, I believe. But yeah, so. But it's a pretty good deal nonetheless. I mean, a lot of people are paying a lot for prepaid cell phones these days, and that's one of the best deals I've ever heard of. And I've had that, well, I had that service, and we've had that service for, well, I had my phone until he ruined it by drowning it at his work. He dropped it in water. I won't explain where. Yeah, but he drowned my phone, and he's pretty much drowned several other phones. One in a deep mud puddle. When I first met him in person, that is. We went to Syracuse to pick up my stuff, and we were there to get some records at my old college because I was thinking of going back to school, which I'm still debating on. I want to, but I don't know. It's all kind of depressing right now. I mean, I miss my 3 family members who died around this time of year. That pretty much helped raise me. My Aunt Dawn, she died. I believe it's the beginning of November. My Aunt Bonnie died in October, and my grandmother at the end of October, and my grandmother died on New Year's Eve morning. So this time of year is really bad for me, and they were all around on holidays for me, and they were the only ones who really ever did anything for me on holidays because I really didn't get Christmas presents when I was little or anything like that. We were dirt poor anyway, so I mean, not my Aunt Bonnie. She wasn't really dirt poor. She was middle class, and we were dirt poor when I was growing up. I mean, my grandmother was on Social Security, for God's sakes, and I'll say the dreaded word, which will make me look like, some poor white trash, but oh well, I don't care. Food stamps, and yeah, so it's pretty embarrassing. I had used to take them to the store, the little grub stub books, and go and buy groceries with them for her because she couldn't go to the grocery store, so it was pretty embarrassing. And sometimes people I knew from school would see me and make a big issue out of it in school. So my life was a living hell in school. Plus, I wasn't exactly the greatest looking kid, so people picked on me about that. Plus, the clothes I wore because they were basically either hand me downs or stuff we bought at a thrift store or cheap stuff we bought at Hills, yes, Hills Department Store, and Ames, which both of those are out of business these days, but, whatever. Basically, that was the type. I mean, I didn't even have good sneakers. I had Franklin's or Volts, whatever you call them, and those were the 2 brands. And no, wait, Spalding, yeah, the piece of shit Spaldings, which always fell apart. So I had to live with those growing up. The only time I had decent sneakers was when I went out and shoveled snow and all sorts of stuff and earned money and bought my nice clothes and bought, and that was when I was older and able to do it. From age 11 on, and I worked from 14 on. So, yeah, I mean, I pretty much always worked until this taking me out of work business because I had a nervous breakdown after my Aunt Bonnie died, which my Aunt Dawn died a year before that. My Aunt Bonnie died, and then, well, my ex of 5.5 years, we were together 5.5 years, he left me for our roommate, which was a friend of mine that I let him move in because he needed to move to New York for a job promotion, and he was from Missouri. And well, I'm getting off the point, but anyway, basically we were dirt poor, and you know, so the whole thing is I really miss them, and it's really hard for me this time of year anyway, and I think about them constantly, but even more so this time of year. And you'll see my post on Facebook if you're any of my Facebook friends watching this, and if you're someone random who decides to add me, you'll probably see them too. Again, my Facebook is www.facebook.com/Mr.Nobody327. That's 327, yes. And 327, if you're wondering what the number is, if you don't remember from my last videos, it's my birthday. Normally I'm a little more upbeat, but today I'm just kind of out of it because I was a little bit upset and I'm worn out too. So I don't know. I don't know what else to say really. I mean, I wish my family would not drink and just tell me they weren't going to. And of course, if they did, I probably wouldn't even be able to believe them because they lie compulsively. And I'd get there and then they drink and I'd have to leave. So I don't know. I'm hoping, and I say that a lot too. I don't know, but I really wish it would, be better. And if you're wondering where my fiance is right now, he's actually sleeping because he stayed up all night playing Facebook games. Farmville, Farmville 2. I play those, by the way. I play Farmville. I play Farmville 2. The Ville once in a while. I used to play Castleville, but I haven't played in about a month and a half. But I still, log in once in a while, but to send gifts to people. That's about it lately. I'm just discouraged with that game because they've made it so ridiculous. As far as the quest requirements. And also, I was playing Chefville, but again, Zynga games don't seem to want to work properly. I did start this other game thing for games. Hold on, let me tell you the name of it. It's called, I play Zynga Poker, which, yeah, that sucks too, really. It'd be nice if I could just find a game. Lucky Gem Casino, and they have Monopoly slots. The first one you can play as the Monopoly slots, so it's actually quite interesting. I think these games are actually quite fun. Some of them, and some of them could be. Even the Zynga games would be fun, but I don't know. I think one of these days people need to realize that I don't know. It's pretty sad. I wish they wouldn't drink, and I wish my family and I could get along better when they did, but they don't get along with anybody, and it upsets me a lot. I mean, I wish it would get better, but face it, I can't change who they are. They are who they are, and I care about them a lot, and I love them a lot, but it hurts when they do this stuff and they don't even seem to care about other people. And, it upsets me. I wish one of these days they'd realize that they've hurt me a lot in my life, and I hope that even if they decide to watch this, which I don't know if they do, I have no clue. I think if they watched this specific video, I think maybe they'd realize I do care about them, but I can't be around that. Number one, I'm not physically up for it, and number two, it's not my job to stop them from fighting and stop them from going to jail. It's if they can't be adults, then what the hell? They shouldn't drink, and they shouldn't drink anyway. None of them have ever been able to drink properly. I mean, and when I say properly, I mean able to hold their alcohol, their liquor, so to speak. But most of them drink beer. They don't even drink liquor, and if they do drink liquor, they're idiots because that'll get them drunk faster, and then they just keep drinking, which they've done, and I don't know. Yeah, I said it again. I hope one of these days they'll wake up, but I can't change who they are. I have to accept the things I cannot change, and change the things I can, and I I hope that God or the gods, whatever you wanna, whatever your religious beliefs above, would, you know, grant me the wisdom to know the difference. I know that's an AA thing, but they need to go to AA, so I figured that would be appropriate. Some of them are even into drugs, which isn't cool at all. Yeah, I'm pretty straight edge lately. I don't necessarily have a thing against drinking per se. I don't do it, but anymore. But I do. I don't condemn anybody who does. I just don't think you should do it all the time. And if you do it, be responsible. Don't drive. Don't fight. Don't get yourself arrested. Don't do stupid shit. But bottom line is, I miss them, and they don't even care, it seems. And the only reason they wanted me there is because a few of my family members made us think about making sure I was invited, but I can't go because I can't deal with it, and I can't trust them not to drink, so. I don't know, but I hope to God one of these days, they wake up. Yeah, motor broke out, as you can see. Well, it's actually was taken care of, but it's still red. And here too, if you notice those. But whatever. I was gonna put cover up on, but I said fuck it. Anyway, I hope to God, one of these days they smarten up. But anyway, if you feel like hitting me up on Facebook, go right ahead. If you want to add me, go ahead. Just message me and tell me you saw my videos or whatever. If you're already my Facebook friend, leave me a comment. And even if you're not my Facebook friend and you see this, leave me a comment. And God bless, for those of you who are religious, and some of those of you who are pagan, and I know a lot of pagans, may the gods bless you. Yes, may they grant their blessings unto you. Blessed be. And that's about it. Have a good day. And maybe I'll post something when I'm a little bit cheered up later on. I think I'll take a nap. And maybe then I'll post another thing. But have a good day. Laters.